was on, and even still now when that's off. But I think they might be trying to do like a Pinkman series.
Okay.
Or maybe he takes on that Walter White role and starts cooking, because I know he knows how to do it.
So is The Path over? Because I know Aaron Paul has that show.
Yeah. I honestly don't know. That show was actually pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. I only got a couple episodes into that, and they're on their third season or something, right?
I'm glad he's been staying busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
because it's hard when you hit your peak like that to
when you're so early in your career.
Yeah, to maintain it.
Yeah. But yeah, so look forward to that. Harrison Ford was recently asked about some rumors and potential Chris Pratt being in the next Indiana Jones movie with him. And he even said, he had this to say about that, it's either him or it's me. So I don't know. I know they're still developing that movie. I think Spielberg, right?
Yeah.
So
Chris Pratt's saying that it would be Harrison returning, and if Harrison doesn't return?
They asked Harrison about Chris Pratt's involvement and what are his thoughts. Like, is there going to be a turning point in the film? You know, if passing on the hat or the last or the whip, you know, as a passing on the torch, basically.
I feel like they're going back to clean up the Crystal Skull film, which was a fucking mess.
I know they. One of the things they said that they're not sure if Pratt is going to be a softer, kind of replacing Shia LaBeouf's character and stepping into that role. But
are they going to do like the Halloween thing where they're just going to not acknowledge that film at all?
Well, it didn't happen at all. I honestly don't know. That there's not that much.
Honestly, I couldn't even believe that they were doing that picture, which was years ago now, which is weird to think about.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it was just yesterday that I was hearing about it, and then it was very underwhelming. So the fact that they're trying to resurrect this again, it's like, dude, Indiana Jones is so good already. It's like rebooting Back to the Future.
Exactly.
That's not you
don't need to.
There's things you don't touch.
Yeah.
Don't touch them.
Exactly.
Because you don't try to fix something that
it's not broken.
But then you got Halloween where there's room for improvement.
Yeah.
And that worked. But it's scary though, because that success is gonna snowball into everybody thinking that they can mimic that success.
Child's play.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
One thing I didn't know was the one of the actors from Atlanta is in that movie.
Yeah. Paperboy.
Yeah.
I forget his real name.
I follow him on Instagram. I don't know him that well as an actor, so I don't know his name. But he posted some stuff.
I think I.
Yeah, you sent me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool that he's in it.
He plays the detective.
Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, like you said though, that does, it kind of influences other production companies or whatever to think, oh, we can reboot this, or we can.
We're in the age of nostalgia.
Yes.
There's no doubt about it. We're getting it whether we want it or not.
Yes.
With that being said, I am really excited about the Jay and Silent Bob rebooted film. That's going to start filming soon too. But that is cool because he's a genius, and they're making a film about basically poking fun at the rebooting culture that we're in right now.
Yeah. So
it's going to be very meta and fun. Hopefully, it's better than Strikes Back.
Yeah.
You know. But I think it's time we see those characters return, not to veer off from what we're talking about.
No, exactly. No, I like that you brought that up, because it was a concern that I had about that movie, was how different Silent Bob is going to look now. Because of because he's lost so much weight.
Yeah,
he's like 195 pounds, whatever.
Yeah,
he's now.
He's very, very tiny.
I think he said he lost he was huge. Kevin Smith. He posts so many pictures of before and after.
It's weird because I never looked at him as being very I was never like, oh, he's so big.
Yeah.
Through that, and then looking back, I think he was the one of those guys that fluctuates a lot back and forth.
So you don't really recognize it that much.
Yeah.
One thing, Jonah Hill was actually he was actually really big.
And
it kind of surprised me.
What was the Happy Gilmore? He's almost unrecognizable.
Yeah.
And then you see him kind of slowly, but he's like Seth Rogen, where they're always up and down in weight, and they actually can pull that off very well.
Yeah.
That you don't really question it.
I was surprised to see how skinny he had gotten in the Netflix series. What was it called? The one he did with Emma Stone.
Maniac.
Maniac, yes.
Yeah, and now that he's filmed I've been watching the Keeping Up with the Mid-90s stuff, and he's maintaining it. He looks good. Probably the best he's ever looked right now, which is cool. He's on top of the world with the fucking that movie being so...
It's really good.
Yeah, everybody loves it. He was named Director of the Year from, I think it was GQ.
Nice.
Or one of those magazines, so...
Kudos to him.
Yeah, shout out to him.
If you're listening. Last bit of news, Kingsman 3. It's going to be actually a prequel to both of the first and second movies. It's going to take place during World War I. And I think I mentioned it before. It's going to be the beginning of how the Kingsman got started.
Piggybacking on that news, what's his name? Your boy isn't. He just the other day he said he's not going to be in it.
Eggsy, right?
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. I can't remember his name. Something. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. We're the main guy from.
I guess he's officially came out saying that he's not a part of it.
Yeah, and I think, but I know I think there's something that he said he's still very interested in to see where that character can go. So I'm not sure if they're planning on doing a fourth one after the third.
I feel like those movies do very well.
Yeah,
at least right now.
To me, I think they're really good. It's like a mixture of James Bond and like really over the top. It's like a really way over the top.
It feels like a motion graphic novel.
Yeah, exactly.
Like almost noir, but stylized with the crazy
weapons and everything. Yeah, it's just insane. But those movies are really entertaining. And
speaking of that, real quick before you move on, what do you think about the new Robin Hood? Are you interested in that, or do you feel like me, where you're kind of indifferent about it?
I'm really indifferent about that one, just because I don't know. It seems really. I don't know how to explain it.
First of all, that trailer is the main trailer that they've been showing. It gives away all of the beats of the film.
Yeah, exactly.
All of them.
Yeah. So it's like you go into the movie knowing what's basically going to happen.
Yeah, where you just walk.
Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know what...
I'm not very fond of Jamie Foxx's character. I think he plays Little John or whatever his Robin Hood's companion is. But I don't know. I don't like his accent in that movie at all.
Yeah.
From the trailers that I've seen. Jamie Foxx is a really good actor. But I think maybe that role wasn't really written for him. But
and he's our new Spawn.
Yeah. So hopefully that's really good.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of.
I'm just curious.
I'll wait to see how it does.
It just looks like some more King Arthur fodder.
Yeah, it just looks in the way everyone's dressed. It kind of seems like they're trying to modernize the way they look. It's so they look kind of
and with the slow down kind of Zack Snyder-ish
like action scenes. I think we're on the same page on that one. And so this is actually my last bit of news. After the Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie, Queen's downloads or purchases on iTunes have skyrocketed. So either I don't know if a lot of people like that movie and they're just excited to get some more music and listen to it, or they're just really inspired to listen to it some more. And
I think
I've kind of heard mixed results from that movie.
Yeah, actually, me too. That it's Rami Malek does really good, but that he's just not in like the movie isn't as good as his performance. That's how I would break down. I haven't seen it yet, but that's what I've heard. I'm still really stoked to see it, just to kind of witness what they did.
Yeah,
it should be fun. I'm a huge Queen fan. I've always been, and I think that with biopics like this, especially big ones like that, there's always this resurgence of music, and that's a really good thing, I think, because people who maybe aren't as familiar or know just the kind of main hits, We Will Rock You and
Bohemian Rhapsody. So many others.
Hopefully they're diving in deeper into the discography of a really great, meaningful band.
Yes. And last but not least, we lost a huge icon this past week.
I was so surprised you didn't start off with that.
Yeah, I actually had it in my notes at the top, but I just wanted to get through the
Everybody
the
fucking
news.
knows. Everybody knows.
Stan Lee passed away this week. He's a huge inspiration to a lot of people.
Yeah,
and
a real life hero.
Yes, I was watching a lot of like clips and stuff about him, and just talking about how he thought comics were a good way to escape and really to push a lot of issues that people didn't want to hear from.
Yeah, social issues through
like racism and everything like that. And he was one of the first people to attack that.
That's really what X-Men is about.
Yeah,
it's about like xenophobia and fear of the unknown.
Which is really cool, and that guy is totally awesome.
Yeah.
And, rest in peace, man.
Honestly, like I texted you, he had what a fucking run, man. 95.
Yes. He lived a life.
Even my grandfather's only in his early 80s.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Yeah. That makes you... I mean...
It was also... His name is James.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. My grandfather's name is James, too, so that's pretty cool.
But, 95, man. We can all aspire to try to live that fucking long.
Yes.
And be that successful. To watch your... stuff transition into the age of like being like a mainstay in cinema. It's what I don't know that I don't know what that feeling would ever feel like.
Yeah,
it's insane.
One thing, something interesting I read about Stan Lee was that he doesn't own any part of Marvel or its characters.
Oh, not anymore?
I guess not ever.
Really?
Yeah, I was under the assumption that he did because he created them. But I guess a judge ruled that because he created those characters while he was working for the comic book company, that he can't take ownership for them.
Oh, so he doesn't actually own the properties.
Yeah, but I mean, Marvel hooked him up with, he's basically the godfather of everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's pretty cool. But, yeah.
R.I.P. to Stan.
He actually finished, he's going to have 2 more cameos.
I thought it was 3.
3? Is it 3 more?
I
know
3.
Avengers 4 and... Spider-Man and Captain Marvel. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's 3.
3, yeah. There you go. But, yeah.
So that'll fill that hole, because I feel like...
At least for the next 2
It'll be a while before those all are out, so he's not totally gone.
Yeah. Good to see him from beyond the grave.
For a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, R.I.P. Our thoughts are with his family.
Yes.
And all the... we're all his family,
huge
really.
Family, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that was insane to wake up to, man. Because I was like, nah, Stan Lee is a fucking immortal, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He's a fucking mutant.
Clickbait motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah. So that's all my news. Just
nice way to end it, man.
Yeah,
shit. How am I gonna follow that? All right. So some more stuff. I'm really surprised, but I'm glad that you didn't bring it up. Toy Story.
Yes.
Toy Story 4 had 2 teasers this week.
Yeah.
Which is fucking insane.
Yes.
And it looks great. Honestly, I can't believe that this is really happening. I thought 3 was the end.
I thought 3 was a perfect ending.
Yeah.
And
the tearjerker. I don't know